Hi, Angelique here. I'm back with a new video talking about astrology, and today it is Sun in Sagittarius. So I'm going to talk about how to understand this placement, especially when it comes to mythology, elemental astrology, which is looking at air, water, fire, and earth, and putting it all together and seeing what we get out of it and how we can really understand this placement. If it's your first time here, I love talking and doing deep dives, the unconscious, what's behind things, especially astrology, but other spiritual education. And so I'm really trying to bring this into a community. And if you'd like to join to do like an astrology share or other groups or classes or things that I have coming up, you can check in the description box below for that information. Okay, Sun in Sagittarius. I love this placement and I love talking about it because it is my sister sign. I have Sun in Gemini, so my Sun in Sagittarius, they're my people. And I think this is another placement that can get very much misunderstood, especially in pop astrology, the memes, and everyone has a quote unquote bad experience with Sagittarius. But I love this placement. I think it's mostly misunderstood. But we're going to break it down. We're going to start with the mythology, as I tend to do. And so the sign of Sagittarius is ruled by the god Jupiter. That's the planet Jupiter, but it comes from the god. And very interesting when you get into mythology is that a lot of gods or goddesses are repeated or they're blended from other ones. And Jupiter is interesting because the counterpoint to Jupiter is Zeus. They're essentially the same type of god, but different avenues. One's Roman, one's Greek. So when you have Jupiter, that's more of the Roman god. It is more of the supreme god in the whole mythos. And Jupiter, when we are thinking about it in terms of astrology, really comes down to a wise elder, someone who's in control. Jupiter is known as a god of war, essentially, but not in the hands on destructive way that we know Mars to be. Jupiter is more of the organizer. This is the military leader, the person who can organize a battle to be efficient. This is Jupiter is also a god that's known for the borders of human existence, so controlling who gets into what state. So that's where we really see that Sagittarius is known for this expansive cross-cultural idea because of the mythology there, that Jupiter is this god that helped lead a whole lot of people, especially battles, especially governments, borders, things of that nature. Jupiter is also known as a teacher, especially of spiritual practices. So when we think about Jupiter in the sign of Sagittarius and we combine it with the sun, it brings a very, very magnetic quality to this transit, people who have this placement, because we have two fire energies. Sagittarius is a fire sign, and the sun is fire. It is represented by that. It's hot, it's heat, it's burning bright. So when you have Sun in Sagittarius, this is a pretty comfortable placement because Sagittarius wants to expand, wants to grow, likes to be seen, likes freedom, likes that exploration. And the sun wants to reach as far as possible, can burn really hot, wants to be seen. So these two fire energies together in this placement can be really, really helpful for people, for other people, I should say, when you come in contact with a Sun Sagittarius person, or it can cause a lot of conflict. And that will depend on how evolved the person is with Sun and Sagittarius, but also the temperament of the people. So someone that is maybe more uh quiet, reserved, shy, likes a lot of alone time, likes to not explore, is not very open-minded, can really ruffle the feathers of Sagittarius people, especially in the sun, because The sun wants to grow and expand and be bold and be bright. And so a lot of joy, positivity, laughter, but also the open-minded nature of being a teacher as a sun in Sagittarius. So it it's really great to be open-minded. So when someone with sun in Sagittarius is around someone who is very closed-minded or rigid in their views or how they want to go about life, their schedule, this can create a lot of clashing. It can be also hard for this energy in a person, especially to want to stay in one place because that person might feel that they can't grow or they won't grow if they're somewhere for a long time. And depending on the nature of the relationship, the home, the job, some people with Sun in Sagittarius are able to acclimate to stability better, and it just depends on the upbringing and whatever else is going on in the chart. But Sagittarius is all about finding balance. That's kind of the karma, the goal of your life is finding balance because you can be spread too thin. You can be wanting to expand too quickly, too far to the pack that will lead to you not maybe having a legacy or having something to show for it if you are just always moving on too quickly or always wanting to grow but not stay long enough to cultivate something. So, Sun in Sagittarius, I always say for people who have this placement that you can have stability, you can have if this is what you want, you can have one partner or a family or children, but make it in a way that feels fun and freeing to you. So that could look like you have a partner, but your partner is also freedom loving and open minded. Maybe you both love to travel. Maybe you want to be nomadic, or maybe there's just a lot of laughter and joy in your home, or you have a job where you get to laugh and talk with people, or you get to meet a lot of people from different cultures or religions, or there's just a lot of freedom in the work that you have. So it's not about totally shutting off anything, commitment to anybody or anything, but it's finding your freedom and growth and meaning in there. With Sagittarius, because of that, the mythology with Jupiter and being a wise elder, there needs to be meaning and need to be learning and teaching in some way to feel the most fulfilled. A lot of people who have Sun in Sagittarius end up being teachers, but higher ed teachers too. So, education, philosophy, theology. A lot of pastors, ministers have Sun in Sagittarius, but also a lot of artists have that too because there's never one way to create art. You can always learn new things, incorporate new elements, do different things. You can um, have 4 or 5 different mediums at a time. Sagittarius has that mutable quality to it, so it likes to change. So these are some avenues as well. Classic ones are anything to do with travel or tourism, but it can just be like a digital nomad could be really good too, that you do work and you travel through it, or you get paid to travel, like travel blogging, anything like that. But that is Sagittarius in Sun in a nutshell. I mean, it's pretty straightforward because this is a good match of energies. Fire meets fire. It's just really honing in what you need to find meaning in and where you can find your freedom in the best way. Some people I know, Sun and Sagittarius, they find meaning more from their mind expanding more than their body, meaning they're okay to travel, but they really want to be learning and teaching every day more so. But then I have people I know, some Sagittarius, that they travel all the time, or they always want to, their job, they need to be traveling, moving constantly, and they can't sit still at like an office job. So It's finding what works for you. But I love this placement, love talking about it. It's very joyful. Um, so that's what I have. If you have Sun in Sagittarius and you want to talk about how this showed up for you, I'd love to hear it. You can drop a comment below. You can also email apcreativehealing@gmail.com. I would like to answer some mailbag, some questions, anything that people have, really. So otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for being here.